What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday, August 27th, and I am so stoked for this reaction. For those of you who've been following my channel for the entire summer, you know that this is not a show I've been reacting to. And for those who are just stumbling across my channel because of this video reaction, a huge welcome to you. Welcome to my Reviews by Ryan anime reaction channel. In this video reaction, I will be reacting to the 9th episode of Lycoris Recoil. And I gotta tell you guys, up to this state, this was not a show that I ever anticipated reacting to, or really watching for that matter. You know, when I did my pre-summer reaction check to determine what 7 shows would be reacted to, the show made the 14 show cut, but as you all know from the spring season, I had to cut back on reactions due to it being very labor intensive to put these videos together, and so I could only react to 7 shows, and Lycoris Recoil did not originally make the 7 show cut. And wow, I honestly would have chosen to put this in place of something like Run of Trash or anything like that. So this show has been every bit of the hype that it's been given. You all know this is the original animation production by A1. There is no manga or light novel at the time of this reaction that exists for the show. So this is a completely original story, and nothing could have told me that this show was going to be as loved by the community as it has been. It has been an absolutely roller coaster of a ride, in a positive way, at least up until the end of episode 8. But I think every episode in this show, we felt that the door was getting ready to close on the happiness, that things were really getting ready to take a turn for the worse. You know, throughout the watching of this show, it's been very clear that there are a lot of powers at play here, and that Chisato, as positive and as happy as she's tried to be throughout the show, that darker times were ahead. And with the end of episode 8, those darker times are now here, and I feel that it's no better time than ever to pick up on reactions, and I am planning at least now to react to the remainder of this show. So, what happened last episode and how am I feeling? Well, what was a particularly very positive and uplifting and funny episode with Chisato and Takana teaching people English, and obviously the now infamous, we're going to look at Chisato's thigh scene, and everything that transpired with Takana taking over the finances for Lycoris, which of course is the abbreviation for the cafe shop that they have, to Yoshi having his conversation with his secretary at the start, basically saying that since Chisato is not operating in their best interest anymore, they now have no choice but to take definitive action to reel her in, to, of course, the inevitable events of the final minute, where we saw that Chisato finally went for her checkup, only to be taken over by the secretary and seeing that her heart was being tampered with. So, obviously, I'm very heartbroken by the events of the last episode. You know, there's no knowing what's really getting ready to transpire, what is about to be presented to us in this episode. I did watch the trailer, and it looked like it was more of a flashback than anything, and Kurumi talking herself. But the situation is dire right now. I don't know if Takana can make it in time. Obviously, we saw that she was loading up her weapon, and she clearly knows that something has gone very wrong during Chisato's checkups, and she didn't check back in the time she was supposed to, after we already had the scene with Majima interacting with Chisato, also in the same episode. So we had a lot of revelations transpire, and of course we learned that, similar to Chisato, Majima is also a child of the Allen Institute and has also benefited from whatever was offered to him. But similar to Chisato, he has chosen to go his own path and handle things his own way, which of course, you know, he is being portrayed as the villain. But it's very clear that there is a lot more to meets the eye than what's just been put on the surface on the screen for us to see. And being that this is an original story, we have no source material to base what is about to happen in this 9th episode off of. So a couple of thoughts, you know, about what is being done to Chisato. Obviously, the most obvious thought is they're about to turn her crazy. They're about to wipe her memories. They're about to make it so that if she, it could be shock therapy if she refuses to take action in the way that the Allen Institute told her she was supposed to. They might shock the hell out of her and force her into doing their bidding. Again, if they did a memory wipe, they could have done a memory wipe after they tampered with her heart to make it so that she follows their orders blindly. There's also theory now that they could have outright taken her heart out, meaning that she does not have a lot of time left, because obviously a human without a heart is not exactly supposed to live, but we know that Chisato was a very special case, and it could be a case of without her heart that it's literally a matter of days and weeks and months now. There's any number of things that his secretary could have just done to Chisato. My biggest working theory right now is either tampering or outright they're going to threaten to remove her heart, where they have removed her heart and put something in place in her body that has a time limit. So if she doesn't do bidding within a certain time limit or return to what the Allen Institute told her she is supposed to do, she will be terminated. In either way, it's not looking good for her. By the time Takana gets there, it's probably going to be too late, and I'm really scared. We've had a really uplifting and positive show watching Chisato try to overcome her, whatever her past was, whether she remembers her past or she doesn't remember it altogether, or has just chosen to ignore it. And Takana owes Chisato a lot. Chisato saved Takana essentially from her own self after she got kicked out of her squad and kicked out and no longer was allowed to team up with the other Lycorises. So this situation is dire. The stakes could never be higher, and I just hope for a positive outcome. But I know myself and everyone that I've talked with about this show that is watching this show, we have a really bad feeling that this is going to end with Chisato's death or Takana having to be the one to take her out if she does go rogue. So I never did trust Yoshi. I really never did. These type of organizations, they normally never give anything for free, never without major stipulations on those. And being that Yoshi was the one who decided to give Chisato her mechanical heart, it's clear now that since she is not operating in the Institute's best interest, that they are now ready to take it back. So that's where we're at, guys. And all I can hope is for some level of positivity at the end of this. And I guess it's just time to watch the episode and find out where things go from here. So last thing, I want to talk about the rating of the show itself, and I'm not even going to put the popularity ratings up because all of you who've been keeping up know what the popularities are. This show has been the strongest original non-source material show this season. On Now, it has a 8.26 out of 10 at the time of this reaction, and I expect that score to only climb as the finale of this show comes into play, with us having, this is a 13 episode show, so with today's episode we have 5 episodes remaining. So let's go ahead and get this started. The title of the 9th episode is What's Done is Done, and let me get the video pulled up here, and let's see what tragedy is about to unfold. I am so scared. Whew. All right, let's get this reaction started in 3, 2, 1. This is not good. Oh, she's already done. Oh, damn! She came in guns a-blazing. Takana does not give a damn right now. Damn. It was too damn late. Just too damn late. She got there fast, though. I'll give her that. It was just too damn late. Damn, my girl. I hope you're okay. At bare minimum, it does definitely look like tampering. There's no wound, so it doesn't look like it was a full removal. I'm really thinking it's a timer of some sort. Also, you should have known this show was going to be like this when Claris did the damn opening. I love every opening that they do. So I should have known right then and there that this show was going to be fire. And of course, I have to be careful using this in my opening introduction because Sony will absolutely strike my channel. So I guess I'll find the instrumental of this or something. Oh man, please be okay. What's done is done. What did she do to you? Oh, this must be a flash. Oh no. Oh, she woke up. Oh, and she remembers them. Thank goodness. Okay. One major worry has been resolved. They overcharged her heart, so they'll never be able to work on it again. So they've set her to die. It is a timer. 2 months! Damn, man! She gonna die. Fuck! And he knew she was gonna do that damn stuff. That's why he tried to deal. Damn. They're done with her. I knew it. They're done with her because she didn't follow their orders. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. Unfortunately, I agree. We were just a little too late. Dang, I'm trying to stay positive right now. But dang. I mean, why wouldn't it? My girl, you got 2 months left. Dang! Yo. That's, yeah. And they're too similar. A camera. But she has been playing her own part to the best of her abilities. Yeah. And now she has a timer on her. This conversation is pointless to her. Is there any way we're going to be able to deal with this? But this isn't even what Takano wants anymore. If only I understood the gravity of what's on the line. It's not looking good. I know you were doing your best to protect her, man. Is there anything you can do? Makes sense. He's the full man. I mean, he knows he's the mastermind. It makes sense. Damn. And at this point, it looks like she doesn't really realize that it was him that set all this up. And she'd have no reason to suspect him. Alright, this was in the trailer. Damn. He only cared about her for what she offered. Oh, and that was before the heart. And institutes like this never offer something like this for free. Durability. Oh, she was doomed to start with. Yep, he only wanted her for that talent. Damn, and Mika changed after that because he probably got super close to her. Talking to her right now, though, we have to just take any information and make a decision from there. Because right now, rushing off to the Allen Institute's not going to change anything. Gotta have a plan dealing with someone like Yoshi. She didn't deserve this life. But she was doomed either way. Maybe in his heart he didn't want to do this either. This is fucked up. And it's always these kids. And then she didn't remember after it was all done until they met again. And then the bar scene. Because she was told to be a savior. But it wasn't the type of savior that she thought. Yeah. Yep. So now there's going to be 2 separate missions to get to him. This man. However, Majima has now become the most important person here right now. Chisato. Oh, she made a whole day off plan. I mean, you should know the answer to that. She doesn't know. She didn't have anything except the boxers you were freaking out about. Man, how the tides have turned from when Chisato bought her out. It's time. They're gonna try to find a way. Do a whole miracle, probably. Oh. I mean, I get Chisato because she's gone her whole life understanding that every day hasn't been promised to her, so she's not even finding a reason to complain about what happened. It's not even that big of a deal to her. Oh. And I guess it's no point telling Chisato anything more than she's already told her. No point telling her about that discussion because we know damn well Chisato would stop her. Of course. Oh! Majina? Damn! He came straight to them! Oh! He's gone on the aggression. Yo, we're gonna have multiple layers of fights that are gonna be happening here. Oh man! All right, so of course, Majima he would go into action now too. All right, guys. So a couple thoughts about this episode. So I will say that Chisato's personality, her smile, and her demeanor through this episode helped me from feeling worse than I already was going into this episode. So it was heart overload, which otherwise tampering. They've overloaded her mechanical heart so it can no longer be altered or adjusted or charged again. And even the heart was not all perfect. So now that they can't access her heart, her timer is now 2 months and maybe a little longer if she doesn't do anything at all, which it looks like they're trying to give her a carefree life until the timer hits 0. So it's tragic, and again, these type of institutions, corporations, these type of people who help people, whether it be in anime, or in real life to a certain extent, you could say, it's always with some level of expectation that there will be contributions. Now, obviously, in real life, you would hope that the contribution of giving someone a new heart and organ, et cetera, would not come with a prerequisite. Well, not even a prerequisite, but an expectation that you're going to murder a whole bunch of people in return. But there always is an expectation that's expected on people when you give something to people. It never, at least in my experience in life, comes without something on top of that. So in this case, I want to think that Yoshi may not, obviously he was very incredibly impressed with her ability and natural skill set of being able to off people basically by showing how she acted against the other Lycorises, and he did not want to let that talent go to waste. But I want to feel that there was something in him that may not have started him, that may have made us that he wasn't like this to start with, that something made him himself go down this path of just wanting to use her as a tool. And obviously Mika, he also started down a path of pretty much looking at it similarly to how Yoshi did, but as he grew to taking care of Chisato, he grew soft, and really he grew like any other human would want to. He wanted her to find a different path than the life that she was given as a result of getting that heart from the Allen Institute and from Yoshi himself. So this was a hard episode from the sense that we now know what's at play here. We know that there is a timer in play. And Takana won't play in no games. I mean, she was just that much slower. You know that Takana is one of the most adept when it comes to picking up when something is wrong, and being how she was when she came to the cafe and she met Chisato for the first time. She was just that much slower. And it's sad. And so, of course, now she has no choice but to go back to DA. She always wanted to go back to DA, and of course, she's going to take part in the operation. But we also now know that she has a different goal now than what she originally wanted to do. She had no intentions of staying with the cafe or with Chisato or any of them, but now there is a clear set goal, is that we're trying to find a way to save Chisato's life. And I don't know how this is going to end just yet. There's still a lot of questions to be answered, and obviously now Majima, he has taken the first move by holding freaking Yoshi and his assistant at gunpoint now at the end of the episode. So, this could go any way now, and I'm very worried about Chisato. But I will say that someone with her personality and dynamic and her smile, it kind of really helps you feel at ease with what's at stake here, because her life was never guaranteed. She got the heart understanding that she shouldn't be alive to start with, that every day that she woke up, there was no guarantee that she would make it to the next day. And she was very clear that even with her mechanical heart, there was still no guarantee. So she has taken life like any person in a situation like that probably would. Well, actually, no, everyone handles those type of situations very differently. When you have a chronic illness, when you move into hospice care and stuff like that. And Chisato has taken every day as if she's been in just infinite hospice care, where there is just no guarantee, and she knows her life is pretty much finite, and everyone's life is finite, but she knows that her life is just a whole lot more finite than the next person, and she just takes every day with a smile, and she doesn't want to kill people. She wants to be a savior, and not just a savior to those who may deserve to be saved, but even those who may not initially seem to be saved, which is why we see her go through her day-to-day missions, not trying to take anybody's life. And to date, I don't think she has, She just goes every day with a smile on her face, understanding that everyone, even the enemies, deserve a second chance. But now Takano wants to be able to give her a second chance without any strings attached. And now that we know what's on the table, I want to have faith in Kurumi and Takana and the rest of them that they will find a way to be able to save her life. And for the sake of all of us, I hope that we are able to find a way to save Chisato's life and to actually give her true happiness without the fact of the matter being that death is going to be at the end of it. So that was the episode, guys. And while it was a hard episode, I think that the best possible people are in play to try to help her. And it's one of those situations where I'm fully understanding that we may not be able to save her. And I just want to see what's going to come next. So that was the episode. I expected actually to tear up in this episode, and I did not tear up, so I'm very happy about that. I can't go through that anymore. There's already one or two shows that I'm watching outside of this show that have me tearing up enough, and I don't need to go through this anymore. And it's one of those cases where I just hope we find a happy ending for everyone involved, but especially for Chisato herself, who tries so hard to help others. So that's my reaction, guys, and thank you again so much for joining me for my very first Lycoris Recoil reaction. I hope you liked the reaction. I hope you all liked the episode. If you did like the reaction, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. We do not have the title for the 10th episode just yet, but I'm sure the trailer will come out very soon. And I hope you all will join me for the remainder of this season for reactions to Lycoris Recoil. So until the next episode, catch you later.